guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to an updated Q&A because it's been so long since I've just sat down, had a good old catch up. So we're gonna do that today. I'm sat on my brand new armchair, which I'm obsessed with this. It's from Sofa Club. It's like the biggest, coziest thing in the world. I should probably just get up and like show you it in full. Look at this thing. It also swivels. I'm in love. So this is gonna be my spot for today, but I did ask for some questions over on my Instagram. And I'm literally just gonna go through them. I don't know why, but at the minute I keep feeling like anxious and like nervous to film videos, which is really weird. I just feel really out of touch with YouTube and like filming. I don't know, it's a me problem. So we're gonna just get straight into the questions. Let's start with an easy one. What is your favorite clothing brand? I feel like this kind of changes, but at the minute, ASOS, like you can just get anything on there. And I always feel like their new in section is great. Every single day if you go on, there'll be something different. I love that you can get all the brands on there. Obviously it's keeping Topshop alive, which I'm so thankful for because Topshop pieces are 10/10. I don't remember the stores being that good, but the pieces that ASOS stock, like all the knitwear, the trousers, love Topshop and ASOS. Also, sorry if you can hear the literal boy races that steam up and down this road. Exhibit A. Okay, I've had a lot of questions about this, which I didn't really think people would like pick up on this or realise it, but I had one question saying, what happened with your previous management? Are you okay since? And somebody else said, did your management let you go because of your inconsistency with work? That one really cut deep, but no, if I've ever left management, it's always been my choice. Nothing happened. Like I honestly I've been doing this for like nearly 8 years now, and pretty much that entire time I've been under some sort of management. I've been under 2 since I've started doing this, or 3 actually, and I just kind of wanted a break from it. Like I wanted to see what it was like to deal with all my own emails. I wanted to chat to all the girls at the brands and really like build relationships with people, but coming just from me. I'm also a little bit of a control freak. I've really recently realised, like, I'm not the most organised person ever. Like if you meet anybody in my life that knows me personally, they'll probably say that I'm the least organised. I'm getting better, but when it comes to my work, I am a control freak. Like I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's happening here and there, and having a management, they do all of that for you and you kind of don't really need to think about any of it. So yeah, I've just found that working on my own and dealing with everything myself has like really helped me. So I'm actually really enjoying it. It's busy, but I'm grateful for like obviously everything that comes in. It's so nice being able to chat to all the girls that work at these brands. So it's literally just a choice that I decided to make quite recently, and like I said, I just didn't really think people would pick up on it, but nothing's happened. There's no drama. That being said though, you do end up always working with managements. Like I'm literally still working with my old manager on various projects and I'm always in talks with them. There's always things that I'm going to them for, so we've not like fully broken up. I'm definitely still talking to them. So yeah, someone's literally just said, where is your new fluffy office chair from? Sofa Club, and it's the best. How do you plan your content and stay organised? I don't. I honestly, someone asked me this yesterday actually. They were like, what does day-to-day look like for you? And I didn't have an answer because it is so different every single day. Like I wake up and I just think, okay, what do I even need to do today, or what do I want to do today? It's all completely different. So to be honest, I probably should plan out my content a lot more and have a bit more of a routine in my life, because I do think I am one of those people that would benefit from a routine, but also at the same time find it so hard to discipline myself to stick to a routine. So the self-discipline in my brain is so overrun by like other thoughts and feeling like there's something better that I could be doing or more interesting. Like I am my own worst enemy when it comes to things like that. So at the minute I don't really plan my content or anything, but as I'm getting back into the hauls and things like that, I definitely want to work towards posting a haul every week and then mix that in with like vlogs or little sit down videos like this, but make sure I'm sticking to that one haul a week, especially as we like change seasons. I feel like now autumn winter is fully here. It would be nice to see what's new in all the brands. So that's my plan going forward, but I need to work on the organisation side of things. Interesting. When will you purchase your forever home? Will that be a reno? I'm not going to say too much because I really don't want to jinx things, but hopefully real soon is the answer to the first part of that question. And the answer to the second part is, if the first part pulls through, then yes, it is somewhat of a reno. I feel like as Brad and I have renovated houses and made it exactly what we want it to be, or I think any house you walk into, there's going to be at least something you want to change to make it more yours and put like your spin on it, whether that's literally painting the walls or ripping the walls down and changing everything about it. We've obviously done every single part of that scale. I think we've come to terms with like when you're looking for, especially a forever home where you can see yourself staying there for years, like you want to have kids there and properly settle down, I do feel like there's always going to be something that you have to do to it to make it your dream forever home, because it might be somebody else's and to their taste and stuff, but whether it's extending or just redecorating, there will be some aspects of that, I'm more than sure. But that's enough said on that topic for now. Have you got any travel plans for 2025? As of right now, no. We have travel dreams, like we haven't got anything set in stone yet. We would absolutely love to, we actually want to do it at the end of this year, but I just think financially and with the way life is at the minute, I don't think we're going to be able to do this, but we would love to go to Australia at the end of some year and celebrate New Year's Eve there, because it just looks incredible. So that is definitely on the list of a place we want to go to. Where else do we want to go? I'd love to go to Japan, and then Thailand has always been on the list, but again, just something we've not got around to yet. Also, just like European travel, I love just literally hopping on an hour flight and being in Europe, whether it's Greece, Spain. I love Europe so much. So I feel like next year we might travel France a little bit, because we did Spain. That is so unnecessary, it's actually unbelievable. Yeah, we did Spain a couple of years ago and we've never really touched France. Like we've done Paris a couple of times, but I want to rent a car or rent a motorhome, like little RV thing, and just travel around. Even when you're in the car, you just see so much more of it and you can stop off where you want, like everything's on your terms. I love renting a car when we're away. I say that because I don't drive, as in when we're abroad, I literally cannot deal with the stress of being on the wrong side of the road. Like, it's a no from me, so Brad does all the driving. So I really am just sat there looking out the window at all the lovely places that we go to. But yeah, that's kind of our thoughts for travel at the minute. Like, it's just not been the top of our priority list. What did your back tattoo say? Love the placement. Thank you. I got that in Corfu. I swear, me and my friend group, like especially me and Georgia, our toxic trait is literally getting random tattoos when we're away, and we never ever think about it. Like, we'll literally turn up at the shop and decide then exactly what we want. But it says no rain, no rainbow, and it's just a little quote that me and my mum kind of live by. So I got it tattooed on my back underneath my other tattoo that's basically for her, which is her birth flower. So yeah, that's what it says. Do you see yourself living in the UK long term? If so, why/where? I'm debating on moving to London. Love that. Yes, 100%. I would always live in the UK. I don't think I could ever move abroad, because just family and friends, I couldn't do it. Our whole social life is here, our whole life is here in general. And I would always live in Norfolk because, again, like my parents are here, Brad's parents are here, so it just works best for us. Our parents are like our friends as much as our best friends are, so we see them a lot. I could never ever move away. What's your favourite perfume for autumn? I'm not gonna lie, I don't really switch up my scents for like autumn and summer. I feel like I should, because that sounds like a fun thing to do, but my go-to scent always is Zara Golden Goddess. It is so good. I honestly get so many compliments on it. I always recommend it to you guys. But that is like my go-to all year round. 5-year plan, wow. I feel like this is always such a deep question, because it feels like you're really setting things in stone when you say this, but I think with the way that mine and Brad's lives and like our lives together have literally flipped and changed so many times, like we'll always kind of plan something or think, okay, this is what we're going to focus on for now, and like we want to go and do this, and then we might change our minds or something else might come up that leads us down a completely different path. I find it really hard to make like actual plans or have full-on goals that I'm like striving towards. I just feel like there's always something that's going to change. So really broadly, I know for a fact that in 5 years or within 5 years, I would like to be pregnant or have our first baby, if not 2, which is terrifying because actually 5 years takes me to 33, which is crazy. But yeah, 100% I see kids in the next 5 years, settle down in our forever home, and other than that, I'm honestly just happy to go with the flow. I know that leaves that so open-ended, but like I say, I just think that setting goals, and then if something changes that means you can't achieve that, then sometimes I think it can have the reverse kind of effect. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about it too deeply, but I also think I don't set goals because I don't think about things that deeply. This probably makes no sense, but let me know if you are like a goal setter. Does it motivate you to like hit these goals, or does it kind of put you off, or are you just not that bothered? Because I feel like I am just not that bothered. Like, I'll just see what happens. That's literally how I live my life. Current faves beauty slash fashion wise. Current faves beauty wise will always be Refi. Love all their lip liners, love their lip products. I very recently got sent a couple of their new bits to try, like the Blur lip liners. 10 out of 10, they are so good. The Refi cream bronzer has been my favourite for like 2 years now, maybe even longer than that. I first discovered that when me and Brad went on holiday with Ben and Zell, and I honestly think that was like 3 years ago now. So safe to say that is one of my go-to favourites always. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, the Primark individual lashes. I've literally just spotted them in the top of my makeup bag. I use the 10mm ones and they are so good, like so easy to apply. I think a box of maybe 20 of them is like £1.50. They're so cheap. So they're a new favourite. And then fashion wise, I'm loving my platform mugs again. I live in them. I recently picked up a jacket from Pretty Little Thing, which will be in my Pretty Little Thing haul, which is on my channel if you want to go check it out. But it's like a gorgeous burgundy like leather bomber jacket. I'm obsessed with it, like love it so much more and worn it so much more than I thought I would. Please can you share the apps you use for taking and editing videos and photos on Instagram? Of course I can. I always get this question and I have like my go-to apps that I always use. So I'll link all these down below by the way, so you can download them if you want to. But I think some of them you do have to pay a membership for. Always be careful about that as well, because sometimes apps just sign you up. And if you go on your subscription section on your settings, you might find out that you've been paying like hundreds of pounds. But yeah, Visco is my go-to app for like all of my pictures, for adding like a grain filter. I always use the M4 filter and drag it all the way down. I feel like it just adds a bit of warmth. I drag the exposure down and that's more or less it. For any pictures that I post that look a little bit blurred, I use the Tesseract for that, and then the blur setting and click on motion blur and again drag that down. And for videos, I literally just use Splice. I know a lot of people use CapCut. I'm just used to using Splice. I've used it for years. And mainly on videos, I just drag the brightness down and that's pretty much it. But they are like my most used apps. They are the only apps I use for stories, pictures, editing. In terms of like making collages or anything, I use an app called Pic Collage for that. I used to use Storylux as well, which is also a good one. Where did you get your Botox done? If you're local to Norfolk or Norwich, I go to a lovely lady called Misha. I will leave her out on the screen because I could not recommend her more. She is one, the nicest person ever, and two, really listens to exactly what you want. She's also very good at like telling you when you don't need things, which I always really appreciate with things like that. So highly recommend for any treatments. She basically covers it all. When are you getting married? More questions are like, when are you getting engaged? Do you wish Brad had proposed by now? I make jokes about this, and like when we're around friends and family and stuff, I'm always like, not gonna ring. But then at the same time, when me and Brad are behind closed doors, I always say like, I'm honestly not in a rush to get married. Like, we've had conversations recently, and obviously I don't want to know exactly when I'm getting engaged, because that's the whole point of it. Like, I want it to be a surprise, so I don't want to know exactly when. But at the same time, it sounds really bad, but I've not been that fussed about like being engaged. I didn't ever feel like I needed it. Not that then people that want to get engaged feel like they need it. It's so hard to word this, but I don't know, it's just not a chapter of my life that I've felt like we had any focus on yet. Yeah, again, it's just one of them things that when it feels right, it feels right, and when it's that time in our lives, it will be that time in our lives. But as much as I joke about it, we've always been on the same page, and I've never said to Brad like, where's my ring, babe? Obviously, the older I get, the more I'm like, I cannot wait to get married and like have all of that. But I also love the fact that we still have that to look forward to. And even for our friends and stuff, like a lot of our friends have got married in the last couple of years, and then it still gives everyone something to look forward to. So I feel like when everyone's fancying a wedding again and like a big party, we'll get married and we'll do it all. We've been together 11 years, and like my parents were together for 14 years before they got engaged. So yeah, for me, it's just not been something I overly think about. Can we expect baby Em and Brad's anytime soon? Obviously, like I said, in the 5-year plan, if within 5 years is soon, then yes, but if that's not soon, then no. Like, if we're talking in a couple of months, no. I've always said I love the fact that we have so many gorgeous babies in our lives, whether it's family or friends. We are really blessed to be like surrounded by the most gorgeous kids that we've watched grow up and we get to spend time with. But our lives just do not suit kids right now. We can't even get our own dog. Like, I steal my parents' dog every so often, and we have her for a week and we give her back because then the next week we're too busy to like own a dog, so let alone throwing a kid into that mix. How are you coping with not going to the gym? I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie, same. Like, again, going back to like the self-discipline thing, when you're feeling demotivated with the gym or when you haven't been in a while, it's the hardest thing to get back into. The people that have the self-discipline and the motivation to get up every day, it's in their routine, I honestly applaud you. I am, and I'm not coping, like in the sense of I'm not coping because I'm thinking, oh my god, my body's changed. Like, trust me, I have so many items in my wardrobe that I don't fit into anymore. I find the things that do fit me and go about my day, but I'm not coping in the sense of that mentally. The gym was the best thing for me. Like, I could not tell you one day when I was consistently going to the gym where I ever worried about anything or felt anxious or was stressed. Like, if I ever did feel like that, if I went and did a gym session, I know for a fact I will feel so much better. And I know that now. Like, I know I will feel better for doing it, but I physically cannot get myself back into it. I feel like I've not found a gym as well that I'm in love with. I was training at a gym local to us, and like all of our friends were there, but none of us are there anymore. Like, we've all quit, and that definitely makes going to the gym harder because it was almost like a social thing for all of us. You'd always know someone in your sessions, like you'd have to catch up, and it just made it all so much easier. But I think now that dynamic has changed, I really need to like properly go out there and find something that I'm going to fall in love with again. I think with working out, there is so many different ways you can do it, whether it's literally just running or body combat classes like boxing, or if it is somewhere like I was, which was like a CrossFit kind of style, like high intensity workouts that were all classes. I did enjoy that side of training, and I definitely need to go somewhere where someone is telling me what to do from the second I get there to the second I leave. Definitely for my mental state, I need to get back into something. I need to move my body more, and I'm hoping one day I'm just going to wake up and think, okay, today's the day. Because I think when you set yourself a goal, like if you say, I'll start on Monday, you are not going to start on Monday because you will just dread it. For me personally, when I first did start going to the gym, I swear to you, I literally just woke up one random day, signed up, and that was it. I do think that happens, like you fall out of love and you fall back in love with it. And I can't wait for the day that I do fall back in love with it because it just makes you feel good all round. Have you gone through a bit of a self-growth journey? I feel like the last year has been, and then she's put a roller coaster emoji, and if anything can sum it up, it's going to be that emoji because yeah. I wouldn't say I've really been through like a self-growth journey because I think I'm still waiting for that to happen. It's definitely been a roller coaster, let me tell you that, in so many different ways. I feel like honestly there's also been a lot of questions just saying how are you, and I really appreciate those questions so much. I kind of touched on this in my blog when I said I was getting back on track, but I've definitely been struggling with my mental health and just so many aspects of life since the beginning of this year. No, like the end months of last year. And I think I've had like mini breakthroughs, and I'm definitely out the other side of a lot of stuff, and there's things that I've worked on or worked through, whether it's with people or just myself. There's definitely a lot more things that have changed for the good than haven't changed at all. So I am going like this, but I do feel like it's still a bit like this, and I can't wait to just be, actually not even just going up, just steady. Like, I honestly have different days at this rate. Like, one day I'll wake up and I'll just feel great about everything, like super motivated, super happy, like don't overthink anything, and then I could honestly spend a whole day thinking so negatively, overthinking everything, whether it's conversations I've had with people in the past or that morning. Like, I don't know, I just have days where I feel like I'm an anxious mess, but it's all in my head. Like, it never comes out physically. No one would ever know. Like, I just deal with a lot of things in the background. And I do think sometimes it's a good thing because it means I can just kind of crack on, but then sometimes I do think it's a bad thing because if no one's aware of how you're actually feeling and you might deal with situations in a way that they're not expecting, I think sometimes it can make the whole thing worse. Like, if you respond to something in a way that you know is because you're feeling the way you are, if they don't know that you're feeling like that, then they could just take it completely wrong, if that makes sense. So I'm learning to be a lot more like open with people and not setting boundaries, but like just being honest with how I'm feeling or how something has made me feel, which I do think is a good thing. But yeah, just, I don't know, I feel like I've not been able to shake this, like the end of last year. I do know what happened, but like, as in, there's multiple things that I've been through or situations that happen. It's not that deep, so I'm like this because I don't want everyone to be like, you're being so dramatic, because yeah, in some instances absolutely I'm being dramatic, but things happen in our lives, we all take things differently, we all deal with them differently, they affect us in different ways, and I am someone that is very much, I want everyone to be happy. I cannot stand the fact that I could have ever made someone upset or angry or whatever. Like, I'm always the first person to say sorry. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but then I also feel like if you go through it, you'd get it. I need to get back to a place where I'm not worried about anything, like I've got other priorities, I'm filling my brain with completely different things, so it's not got the free time to think about stuff like that and be in that mindset. So in terms of self-growth, I feel like I have done a lot when I like sit down and actually think about it, which is nice because talking about it's making me think about it. And I do think, yeah, there's 100% things that I've changed within myself, the way that I deal with things, how I view myself in certain situations. I'm definitely, and have definitely worked on that. I just want to get back to the place where everything was good, I was good, my head was just clear of everything, didn't overthink stuff, like that's what I miss. But we will get there. I feel like it's a journey, like a never-ending journey. You always have up and down days. But going back to working out, that 100% is a massive factor in it. So I'm being my own worst enemy when I say, oh, I'm not working out at the minute and like I know it's gonna make me feel better. Like, it is. So go and do it. Like, it's so frustrating to have that battle within your own head. Like, I'm trying to speak to myself as if my best mate was sitting opposite me and telling me the things that I'm feeling. I know what I would say to her, but it's so hard to say it to yourself. I don't mean to get deep on you guys, but these questions are thought-provoking, let's say. I've honestly forgot the original question. That is the longest way to ever answer a question, but to bluntly answer it, like, yes, I do feel like I have grown in so many ways, in so many aspects, but I still feel like I have a lot to work on, and I'm not quite where I want to be yet, but we will get there. Okay, I actually think we will leave this Q&A here because I can see that I've been filming for nearly 40 minutes. So apologies for my rambles, but I feel like I've had a bit of a free therapy session. So thank you guys for sitting and watching and listening and hearing me out. I really hope you enjoyed this. I honestly already, I know I said at the start of this video, I keep feeling like anxious to film, but I feel like this one, I've been able to vent, and maybe they were some of the things that I needed to get off my chest to not feel anxious about filming again. I will hopefully see you very soon for a little vlog or something, and look out for the hauls every week because I'm aiming to stick to that. That's going to be my goal for the rest of this year. Let's see if we can stick to it. But thank you guys for watching. I will speak to you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.